Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IS Academy. So today in this session we are going to discuss the issue which is happening in our neighborhood and the headlines which is there in the newspaper India, Myanmar and the weight of regional instability on Bangladesh. Ji haan. What if I told you that one of the most densely populated countries in the world, that is Bangladesh, is slowly being put into the orbit of not one, not two, but three overlapping crises. So India is pushing hundreds across the border. Myanmar is also burning. Refugee camps are swelling with despair. And across the region, tensions are rising like smoke before a storm. But here is a twist. These are not just local stories. These are not just local stories. These are early warnings of a much bigger regional crisis. One that could redraw the borders, break alliances, and also it can ignite a silent wars across South Asia. So from New Delhi to Dhaka and from Arakan shadows to the world's humanitarian stages, the choices made today are writing the script of tomorrow's conflict. So in this video, we will break down a powerful story of the world which is not watching closely enough and how Bangladesh is caught in the crossfire of India's border tension, Myanmar civil war, and the rising tide of geopolitical chess. So stay till the end because what is happening here could soon shape global diplomacy, regional security, and the life of millions of people. So first we are going to discuss about the context of the news. So what is happening? Now try to understand that Bangladesh find it hard to stay emotionally or politically neutral when its neighbors like India, Pakistan and Myanmar, they are facing the conflict. And this is due to their shared geography, religion as well as cultural history. अब कहा जाता है that even during India Pakistan conflict also, अगर हम बांग्लादेश की बात करें, so even during the India Pakistan cricket matches also people in Bangladesh they are emotionally involved. So when India and Pakistan they go to a war or for a fight, Bangladesh feels the impact. ये कहना है बांग्लादेश के न्यूज़पेपर्स का. तो हो सकता है बांग्लादेश के न्यूज़पेपर एक नया नैरेटिव सेट कर रहे हो, है ना? एंड व्हाट इज इंडियाज पुश इन ऑपरेशन, सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. तो ऐसा किसका कहना है? बांग्लादेश के न्यूज़पेपर्स का कहना है. नाउ सो इंडियाज पुश इन ऑपरेशन. सो फर्स्ट ट्राई टू डिस्कस. सी, व्हेन इंडिया हैज बीन शेलिंग पाकिस्तान इन देयर करंट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, it is also pushing the people across its border into Bangladesh. और इसमें बहुत सारी चीजें. बांग्लादेश के न्यूज़पेपर का कहना है that around 300 individuals have been pushed by India into Bangladesh according to, और ये किसने कहा? According to BGB, that is Border Guard Bangladesh. And they are also saying that they were pushed in through areas like Satkhira. So let me show you the map also. So they are saying they are pushed into the areas like Satkhira. As you can see here, this is Satkhira region. Apart from Satkhira, Maulvi Bazar, Kurigram. Clear? Now, as you can see here, this is Maulvi Bazar. Clear? So likewise, there are different regions. तो ये कहना है कि इंडिया जो है लोगों को बांग्लादेश में पुश कर रहा है, बांग्लादेश के न्यूज़पेपर का. And now Bangladeshi newspaper they are saying that some are Rohingya refugees or Bangla speaking people from Gujarat region also. And if these people were really illegal Bangladeshi migrants, then India could have dealt with this through official diplomatic talks said by Bangladesh newspaper. But India's act of pushing them back through many border points at once it is seen as unfair and undiplomatic according to Bangladesh. Okay, so see, people are already pushed into Bangladesh. Said Indian agencies are still gathering more Bangla speakers and Rohingya refugees to push in. And this upset both Bangladeshi government also as well as the people of Bangladesh. Now, because of this, बांग्लादेश में रेस्पॉन्ड, अब बांग्लादेश का कहना है, वहां के न्यूज़पेपर का कहना है कि बांग्लादेश में रेस्पॉन्ड विद इट्स ओन पुशबैक पॉलिसी, sending people back into India, which could further heat up the border tensions. Now, what is the Indian media propaganda? अब उन्होंने बात की है Indian media propaganda की. अब इसमें इन्होंने कहा है, since the Awami League was removed from the power, okay, in August last year, that is in 2024, and some Indian media news, they have spread the propaganda as well as misinformation about the Bangladesh. And this Bangladeshi newspaper also says that India has no right to interfere in Bangladesh political changes, which are the matters of Bangladesh and only for Bangladeshi people. Now, apart from this, Myanmar's conflict and Rohingya crisis. So now try to understand about the Myanmar conflict and Rohingya crisis at the same time. Now, meanwhile, Bangladesh is also facing the pressure from its southern border. अब बांग्लादेश जो है southern border से काफी ज्यादा pressure feel कर रहा है, which is connected with Myanmar. And here, as you can see here, Rakhine state. Okay, तो यहां से रोहिंग्या इन्फ्लक्स होता है clear into the Bangladesh. So meanwhile, Bangladesh is also facing the pressure from its southern border with Myanmar, and it is said that during the time period of interim government in Bangladesh, Rohingya refugees entering from the Arakan area, from the Arakan, that is Rakhine state of Myanmar, it have been increased during the time period of interim government. Now, according to various reports, it is said that now the refugee population in the camps is around 13 lakh, that is 1.3 million. But international aid for these camps is going down. Now the new waves of refugees says that they are escaping attacks from the Arakan army. Now, तो अब न्यू वेव्स ऑफ रेफ्यूजीज जो आ रहे हैं, तो कहा जा रहा है कि ये लोग एस्केप कर रहे हैं क्योंकि अराकन आर्मी ने अटैक किया हुआ है ना. नाउ अराकन आर्मी विच कंट्रोल्स अबाउट 80% ऑफ रखाइन स्टेट. जी हाँ, नाउ एज यू कैन सी हियर, ये जो रीजन है रखाइन स्टेट, सो अराकन आर्मी is controlling 80% of this Rakhine state. Now try to understand, Arakan army is controlling the 80% of Rakhine state. Arakan army is fighting the Myanmar military also, that is Tatmadaw, which continues bombing the areas in Myanmar region. Now because of this thing, United Nations has asked Bangladesh to open a channel. Channel means corridor. That is why United Nations asked the Bangladesh to open a corridor now, or a channel, and send aid to Arakan. Send aid into the Arakan. Now, Bangladesh is worried about this request. अब बांग्लादेश इस पे काफी ज्यादा अपनी चिंता जता रहा है. Clear? Now, there are concerns about the proposed humanitarian channel. जी हाँ, there are concerns about the proposed humanitarian channel which is proposed by, that is, United Nations. Now, what are the concerns? Now, when UN said that Bangladesh should open the corridor or a channel so that UN can send its aid into the Arakan region, so there are many unanswered questions about this aid channel. Who will manage it? Bangladesh or United Nations? And what kind of aid will go through? Will Rohingya refugees be involved in delivering the aid? Who will provide security? Now, if Myanmar army or India or China oppose it, who will handle the situation? Will there be no-fly zone, that is military airspace restrictions, or other military involvement? So, since security issues are involved, military planning is needed. And these are very sensitive matters. Clear? So this shows that there is lack of, you can say, consultation from the Bangladesh also. Now, apart from this, another important thing here is lack of national consultation in Bangladesh. Now, how lack of national consultation in Bangladesh? So, try to understand this. अब interim government जो अभी बांग्लादेश में है, which is under the control of Mohammad Yunus. So, interim government has not consulted political leaders or parliament on this important issue about the UN aid corridor. And there have been conflicting statements also from the government officials. One advisor said that Bangladesh agreed in principle with conditions. Another advisor said that there had been no discussion. Now later the government said it was not a corridor but a channel. Now these conflicting remarks have increased the public concern. Now, what are the Bangladesh priorities right now? बांग्लादेश की अभी प्रायोरिटीज क्या होनी चाहिए? So let me tell you, Bangladesh must focus on sending Rohingya refugees back home, that is repatriation. Then Bangladesh should focus stopping new Rohingya from entering. But any aid channel would require agreement from the Arakan army also, which is controlling 80% of this Rakhine area, most of the Rakhine area, and there is a need for consent from the Myanmar government in Naypyidaw, which is still the official state authority in Myanmar. Getting my point? So far it is not clear whether repatriation is even the part of the current plan or not. And apart from this, there are political risks as well as questions. Now, what are the political risks as well as questions? So let me tell you that this Bangladesh interim government came to power through a mass uprising last year August in 2024. So it has popular support, but this government is unelected. This leader is unelected leader. They have popular support, but this leader is unelected. And with no date set for this next election also. So there is political uncertainty in Bangladesh. Now, decision like agreeing to a military style humanitarian mission, especially without a national political consensus, it could be very risky. That is why Bangladesh newspaper questions whether the current government has the authority to make such serious decisions or not. Now, so final thought agar hum dekhen, the given situation where India-Pakistan conflict, India's push in operation, hostile propaganda which is claimed by Bangladeshi media, okay, hostile propaganda from Indian media, ऐसा कहना है बांग्लादेश के न्यूज़पेपर्स का. Then Rohingya crisis and also the proposed humanitarian channel towards the Myanmar. So it seems like Bangladesh जो है ना, Bangladesh seem to be getting pulled into a bigger regional conflict, even if unwillingly also. So these developments describes, okay, these developments are described in the news article of Bangladesh. Now, these developments are not only affecting Bangladesh, but also impacting India's security as well as regional standing in several ways. Now, how these decisions are impacting India's security? First thing is border instability. Ji haan, first thing is border instability. Now, border instability and security strain. Now, how border instability and security strain? So, let me tell you, push-in operations by the Indian forces, especially if they involve Rohingya or Bangla-speaking people, it can lead to broader tensions with Bangladesh. And if Bangladesh retaliates with pushbacks, there is a risk of border skirmishes or diplomatic fallout which would lead to the stretch India's border management resources. This India already has a sensitive border in the east, and worsening ties with the Bangladesh can distract from other security challenges like those with China or Pakistan. Getting my point? Apart from this, another impact could be rising Rohingya movement risk. So, rising Rohingya movement risk. Now, how rising Rohingya movement risk? Internal security. See, India may be trying to remove Rohingya refugees from its territory due to internal security concerns. However, forcibly pushing them into the Bangladesh, especially via unofficial route, it could also damage India's image internationally. Apart from this, it can also lead to the illegal border crossing back into India, and it will also increase the possibility of radicalization or trafficking if these regions or if these refugees remain stateless and desperate. Then another important thing, India can also lose a stable ally in Bangladesh. Losing stable ally in Bangladesh. Now, how losing stable ally in Bangladesh? See, since Awami League lost power in August 2024, India has lost a friendly government in Dhaka. And if India is seen as interfering in Bangladesh politics or spreading media propaganda, it also risks pushing the new Bangladeshi leadership closer to China or other regional powers. Then this would be a major strategic loss for India, as Bangladesh has been a key partner of India in counter-terrorism efforts, connectivity projects like ports and transit, and also balancing Chinese influence in the Bay of Bengal region. Apart from this, another impact could be Arakan Channel. And strategic dilemma. Now, how Arakan Channel and strategic dilemma? So, let me tell you that the proposed humanitarian channel into the Arakan Rakhine Myanmar region, it worries India for two reasons. How? It could draw the international military attention like UN peacekeepers or no-fly zone, which is close to India's eastern borders. It could also increase Chinese and Western involvement in the region, which reduce India's own strategic influence over Myanmar and also in the Bay of Bengal region. Then there are various other impacts like possible refugee spillover. In Indian territory. Clear? Now, how if Rohingya refugees pressure on Bangladesh increases and if aid does not come fast, so spill over into the Indian states like Mizoram, Tripura or Assam, it becomes more likely. And this may also fuel the communal tensions, and it can also disrupt the local politics as well as strain the resources, especially in Northeast India, which is already volatile due to ethnic conflict, example Manipur. Then it can also impact diplomatic and image cost. Now, diplomatic and image cost. How? India push in tactics as well as negative media coverage of Bangladesh. It risks undermining its diplomatic image as a responsible regional power. It also contradicts India's narrative of being humanitarian, democratic partner and weaken its neighborhood first policy. So overall, if we see these things, so India's security is impacted in multiple ways. कैसे? immediate border tensions with Bangladesh, Rohingya related security challenges, loss of political goodwill with Dhaka, strategic uncertainty over Myanmar as well as Chinese influence, and diplomatic backlash that could hurt its regional and global credibility. If not handled sensitively, India could end up being entangled in multi-front crisis, both militarily also as well as diplomatically. So that is why Bangladeshi newspaper which claimed that 300 people pushed across the border, 13 lakh refugees in limbo, a government without an election in Bangladesh, and an army advancing in Arakan, a humanitarian channel that might just become a battlefield. So these are not just statistics, they are signals. Signals of what? They are signals of a region slipping into a quiet storm. And perhaps the biggest question of all remains unanswered. So, if this story moved you, then share it. And if you care about global justice, subscribe this channel and tell us in the comment section, should unelected government make decisions that could lead to war? So this is not just South Asia's moment. This is the world's wake-up call. And this is not just South Asia's story. It is a story of the modern world, of displaced lives, dangerous diplomacy, as well as the high price of silence. So do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because this is just the beginning and the world is watching. So should you. Thank you so much.